This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing.
I'm switching lanes so much, man. They can never get behind me, man. Yeah, I'm taking it all away, man. I ain't playing with them, man. One thing is the key, man. It's consistency, man. It don't matter, man, how good the product is, man. If you ain't out there, man, to get rid of it, man, the supply to demand, man, you going down, man. You in it for nothing, man. Get with me, man. I'm starting a whole league, man. Get with me, man. Get with the winning team, man. Cool Green Clothing. We going all the way, and we coming straight out of Baltimore.
What's up, YouTube fam? It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll discuss the unfortunate story of a loving aunt who opened her home to her loved one, and he did the unthinkable. Before we get into this video, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new to our channel. Go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified every time we upload. If you're rocking with the content, smash that like button. Feel free to share this video with everyone you know. Make sure you watch until the end to hear the whole story. All right, let's get right into it. One definition of the word family is a group of people related to one another by blood or marriage. Some of us have a great family, some of us not so much, and some may not have any family at all, but may have close friends who we call family. Family can be constructed in so many different ways, and for those of us who have family who's willing to be there for us and lend a helping hand, know how much of a blessing that can be. But when an aunt invited her nephew to come live with her to help him start a better life, things took quite a devastating turn. On April 9th, 2002, Baltimore police responded to an altercation near the 2500 block of Francis Street. Officers found two men involved in a non-fatal knife fight. The argument involved a man named Terrence Carter and another gentleman. According to police, they were fighting over goods Terrence was trying to sell to the man. Terrence was arrested and charged with attempted murder for the altercation. Terrence Carter then told police that his aunt was deceased in her home and that the other man was responsible for it. Officers then went to inspect the West Baltimore home of Terrence's aunt, 68-year-old Alicion Butts, who Terrence was living with at the time. Upon arrival at the home in the 2300 block of Reisterstown Road, officers found Alicion Butts unalive in the basement of her home. It appeared that she was badly beaten and her body was placed in the basement after the vicious attack. After further investigation, officers charged 38-year-old Terrence Carter with first-degree slaying of his aunt. Officers believe that in a drug-crazed episode, Terrence struck his aunt in the head with a hammer while she slept on the couch, then wrapped her body in carpet and left her in the basement. The details in the crime were gruesome and disheartening. The case went to trial the following year. According to sources, Terrence Carter had been living in New Jersey and moved in with his aunt to help her renovate her house about a month before the horrific incident. The lead investigator in the case said that Terrence's aunt, Miss Butts, was a stereotypical grandmother. She took Terrence into her home so he could start a better life. According to reports, her body was found several days after Terrence had already sold her television sets and VCR for about $150. Investigators said he used the money to buy Ready Rock, and it was enough for it to stay in his system for 3 or 4 days after the slaying. It was reported that Terrence remained living in the house with his aunt's body in the basement. In August 2003, Terrence Carter was found guilty of the horrific ordeal and was sentenced to 30 years in prison. The judge also handed down a suspended 10-year sentence for the theft with a deadly weapon. According to sources at the sentencing, the lead investigator said that Miss Butts didn't do anything to anyone except stick her hand out and say, "Here, I'll help you." It's safe to say that since this case happened 20 years ago, Terrence Carter may be home from prison or almost home if he himself is still alive. During my research, I was not able to find any updated information on him. First and foremost, may Miss Alician Butts continue to rest peacefully. She did what she thought would be the right thing for her nephew. She tried to offer him a chance to turn his life around. I do believe she would have thought of a safer alternative if she knew how bad her nephew's addiction was. Either way, I just think she really wanted to help him. However, in some cases, people are just too far gone and they'll do anything to secure their next hit. Sadly, even if it means taking an innocent person's life, let alone their family. Addiction is a disease that has to be treated with proper care and attention, and the person has to truly want to get treatment. It can't be forced or coerced. This situation is just heartbreaking all around the board. Tell me what you think in the comments about this story. I really hate that this had to happen to this family. I hope that they have been able to find closure and peace in the past 20 years. All right, fam, that's it for this episode of The Baltimore Way. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 Times, and I'm out.